as a poultry farmer, you need a budget. 1, to control your expenses. 2, track your expenses and expenditure. 3, to save you more money. Now, for today's video, you're being taken through by Vet Mwangi Laban. I'm a paravet working with Lamwa Vet Care. Today's video will be about 500 broilers budget. You're budgeting for 500 broilers, and for the point number 1 should be on your broiler. Should be on your broiler house. For the broiler house, we expect a cost of 60,000. Secondly, for the chicks, each chick costs, with the market right now, with the market rate, it goes between 90 and 95 shillings. So for 500 birds, that is 47,500 shillings. And then you have the chicks at home, or maybe at the brooder. Day 1 drugs. This chick needs some liquid paraffin. Reason being, for the lubrication of the GIT, you'll need the liquid paraffin, which should only be given for 1 day. Number 2, you need an antibiotic with a vitamin. The vitamin is an anti-stress, and the antibiotic is to prevent more prophylaxis, prevent yolk sac infection and maybe the infections that would be brought about by bacteria in the environment of the poultry, of the chick, and our case being a broiler chick, should be given for 5 days. You need a phytobiotic. The essence of the phytobiotic is for maximum growth of the villi, which in our case being having an environment for maximum production, maximum harvesting of the nutrients in the food, should go for 18 days. And then from there we need some chick start. Chick start should be given for 5 days. Chick start has some tetracycline, some vitamin and some glucose, so the bird will have the first kick, which is usually very paramount. Then from there we go to the vaccines. A broiler bird should go with the Gumboro intermediate, which goes for 500 shillings, and Newcastle with IB. Newcastle with IB, NCD plus IB, Newcastle plus infectious bronchitis, that's what it stands for, goes for 500 shillings, and with our case being 500 broilers, you should have 500 doses. And now we're on the feeds part. A broiler bird has like 2 batches of feeds. The number 1 should be a broiler starter, which should be given for 3 weeks. It should be administered for 3 weeks. It comes in form of mash and crumbs. Mash, the prices right now in the market is for a 50 kilogram bag is 42.50. Crumbs, a bag of 50 kg goes for 43.20. At this stage, where we'll have the broilers, we'll be administering the broiler starter, 1 bird will consume 1 kg, and with our case having 500 birds, we'll consume 500 kgs by the end of the 3 weeks. To convert into bags, so you'll divide by 50, which we said a bag has 50 kg. You need 10 bags. 10 bags without the cost. Yes. Now from there we'll go. This was number 1. This was number 2. The number 2 feeds is called the broiler finisher. This broiler finisher, you should have them for 3 weeks. A broiler finisher comes in form of a mash and pellets. Mash, the price is 39.50 Kenyan shillings. The pellets is 40.20. 40.20. That's the broiler finisher and the broiler mash. Each bird should consume 3 kgs. So for our 500 birds, we'll need 1500 kgs for the entire 3 weeks. So that goes to 30. You'll need 30 bags, and when you have that, you'll have reached the market and gotten your finances right. The other cost is the miscellaneous costs. Number one should be labor, because as a farmer you should pay yourself, you should pay the farm hand. The vet is also a cost, and that goes on the labor part. The other miscellaneous cost is on the electricity bill. You can outsource the electricity. You can use the solar system, but this bird must have it is a cost. The other cost is water, or the water bills. This bird should have water, and as a fact, as a rule of the thumb, a bird should never lack water at any given time, and it should be clean water. If it is on cases of vaccination, the water should be off chlorine, should be unchlorinated water. The other cost of the other effect on which the other miscellaneous cost is the heat source. The heat source, there are quite a number of heat sources. There is the infrared bulb. There's the infrared bulb. There's the infrared bulb. There's the gas brooders. There's the gas burners. There's a jiko. Those are some of the heat sources that we have. Another miscellaneous cost is on transport. Use the farmer when you're going to pick the vaccine from the veterinary pharmacies around you. You'll have, if it's not outside your gate, you need transport to go fetch those vaccines. The boda person, the boda guy, the motorbike guy, the taxi, the Uber, transport is a miscellaneous cost. There's another thing falling under that category called the wood shavings. The wood shavings is quite necessary. It's quite critical, because you have them as early as from day one up to the time of harvest. There's the wood shavings. There's the rice husks, coffee husks, rice husks, coffee husks. Those are some of the examples we use for at the brooder stages. The other miscellaneous cost is on curtains. The curtains are necessary on the brooder stage, where you want to maintain as much heat in the brooder, in the poultry house, as possible. So you need to curtain the brooder and the housing. Yes. The other cases you have is the disinfectant. Disinfectants, you need them to fog in the poultry coop. In the foot dip, you need the disinfectant. Yes. And still cleaning the poultry equipment. When you clean them, you need to rinse them with the water with disinfectants. The other cost is on the equipment, the poultry equipment. The poultry equipment, we have the feeders, the drinkers, the thermometer to check on the temperature in the poultry coop. You'll have feed troughs and feed trays. Feed trough. and feed trays. You need a weighing scale, a weight scale, weighing scale, that is. You need a weighing scale to get the actual weight, to keep track on the progress of the birds. And now with the miscellaneous cost, it brings us to the end of our budget for rearing 500 broilers. If you might have any other question, on matters, broilers, or on production, may it be 1,000, whatever number, you are free to engage us at Lamo Vet Care. Our contacts and our website are in the description. You can raise questions on the comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell. See you in the next video.